Grabe! Isang malaking hakbang ang isinagawa ng pamahalaan upang mas mapabilis ang pagtugon sa mga emergency sa buong bansa. Sa pangunguna ng Philippine National Police at Bureau of Fire Protection, sabay-sabay na inilunsad ang 4 na bagong Unified SIAM isa-isa satellite command centers sa Luzon at Visayas. Layunin nitong palakasin ang emergency response system upang mas mabilis na maabot ng tulong ang mga Pilipino sa oras ng panganib. Sa pamamagitan ng Unified SIAM, isa-isa, isang numero na lamang ang kailangang tandaan para makakonekta sa pulisya, bumbero, medical services at rescue teams. 24 na oras, 7 araw sa isang linggo at libre para sa lahat.
911, what's the emergency?
The Unified 911 National Command Center, launched on September 11, 2025, has recorded 11.11 million incoming calls as of May 27, 2026. Of these, 10.61 million calls were successfully handled, achieving a 95.52% efficiency rate, while 87,951 emergency calls were processed and coordinated for response.
Pinakabagong project ng VILG. Bago po ginawa to, we had 35 LGUs with their own numbers. We had the PNP, we had the BFP with another 200 numbers. We have 40,000 barangays. Today, we have one number, and that's 911.
This is 911. Asa dapita ang inyong emergency?
Most advanced program ng PILG Center.
The Unified 911 Cebu Regional Command Center, launched on October 25, 2025, received 850,542 incoming calls from October 2025 to May 2026. A total of 826,983 calls were successfully handled, resulting in a 97.23% efficiency rate, with 5,662 emergency calls.
The launch of the Unified 911 system is more than just a new hotline. This is a symbol of coordination, preparedness, and a care for every Filipino life.
The first thing that I promised the President is that I would put up a unified 911 system which should be the most advanced in the world, using the latest technology, using the latest techniques, and modifying the entire response system of the country. It's a big program, and it's the most advanced program that PILG.
Where's the emergency? This is 911 Emergency Region 1.
Patulong po! Na-aksidente po kami!
So, kadijeng aldaw, mga around 12:30 siguro. Ngam, madama ka mga plus-plus na rito eh. Ada imay nga sa nagkapudjay nga to. Imbaga, da disgrasya jay, silang nagrabe ko nada. So, hindi nang nagbinidjay, napangkam nagresponde jay nga ton. Hindi nakadaan kam jay nga ton, na ibaga damat nga kasante timawag dat 911. So, after mga few minutes, imay matikasan, BFP, nga natawagan through 911. Pagpintasan na kapat ada data 911 accessible No DJ traditional ngayon, ma'am, nagtawag pala kapitan, siyempre, usually tumata di damat amot number ti kapitan napandan to pala J Barangay Hall. Thankful na kasi adata 911. Siyempre, lalisto nga ma-aksyonan di ka kading aksidente. Kan te one call away lang kumbaga, ma'am.
Kasano yung nga naamuan dito, Unified 911 nga mabalin nga pagtawagan, sir, no?
At ito ko, ma'am, karami na kaming pasaray kay Facebook. Emergency, so kalisto nga pagtawagan. So, tinalas ko dito nga mayas. Napintas kid niya, munta yung kwada, yung mas accurate na nga alisto ti ko. Alisto ti, agdang response no, agtumaw kasi 911. Ando ati ko ang nagsayatan naman. No, dami emergency kami na nagiging 911, di tawagan niyo kung agtumaw kasi 911.
Ada namin pasamak mat nga uram, di asi digti gasolinaan tayo kasi may saak mat nga business owner dati Batak Sarat Road. Ano ma'am, 2 times nga napasamak. Aya, iso nga itatangket dakkel ti paglaganan na pipintas na kami dati 911 ket you don't need to memorize Dati 911 ma'am ko katalis tula iso ti pintas na.
3 numbers lang, sir.
3 numbers lang.
Malagit ti oray sino, sir.
One, DJ experience tayo DJ di ko ket napaspas di pa nagresponde iti Bureau of Fire ket alisto nga na fire out tayo DJ apo. Alaman pay apo alaag mamot dati nga gundaway nga agyaman apo iti ingungutan tayo nga presidente ako for effectively implementing apo dati 911 kasi nagdakkel ako dati nga tulong kanya tayo kay kunakon nakalaliston to nga tandaan na pag may kailangan 911 kung na tayo ako nakaliston no pati serbisyo responde ako iti anyaman nga titikray kanya.
Sak ni Bobby Palarasyo, magkasapulang tulong.
Ililipatan 911 ako.
Magkasapulan, bawat pinag-11.
May nabatian ako, sir, nga gagpok, sir, sa guwa tamang bagay. Ay pagtanaw ko sa guwa, may nakita kong motor sa kalsada, tapos may saunanan na may tao, sir, nga nagagubog. Ay nakuban ako, ay pagkadumdum ko yun, sir, nagtawagan ako at 911. Ay pag sabat na, sir, nagbuwag isang nakakonect information, tapos ay pag angan-angan din, sir, nagabot din do ambulansya at fire station at Kalibo Fire, sir, ay kato ay nag-responde rin sir sa kato sa aksidente.
Pagkabato na mong tawag halin sa 911 ay sigida na mo nga ginespondihan o lokasyon at insidente. Pag-abot namon nito sa lugar ay nakita namon do biktima nga nagagubog agwat ay mawagag. Insigida man namon nga ging secure do scene tapos gin check namon do vitals aging tawanit paunang lunas aging daga namon sa pinakamagapit nga hospital.
Pabahogin nga bulig ro 911 kamang nga mga responders dahil especially sa mga critical nga mga sitwasyon mas nagadasay gro among pagresponde sa isa na nung klase nga mga emerhensya.
All right, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have just witnessed the testimonial stories of Region 1 and Region 6. And now, we move to one of the most critical highlights of today's Go Live. Unified 911 is not just about one command center. It is a fully interconnected national network. General Nartates, sir, the Iloilo Satellite Command Center is now linked to the Unified 911 National Network. Before we formally activate this center, we'd like to demonstrate what makes these satellite command centers different from the system we had before. Tatlong SCC ang nakastandby ngayon: Batak, Ilocos Norte, Kawayan, Isabela, at Tacloban, Leyte. Each one will report not just on their numbers, but on how they handle emergencies sa sarili nilang wika. They are here now on a live call.
Thank you very much. Totoo po yan. I've been in the police service for 34 years already. And this is the most advanced and commitment of the national government led by our President, our SILG, and of course, the Bureau under the DILG, and the local government units, and the rest of the responders. Before, noong araw, pag mag-dial ka ng stress call, of course, kailangan mo ng radyo. Hindi na kailangan ng radyo, meron ng cellphone. Kailangan mo ng cellphone, or kailangan mong pumunta ng, if may sunog, pupunta ka pa ng fire station. Today, hindi mo na kailangan pumunta, maglakad, tumawag ng radyo. You just dial 911. And what's so important now is when you dial 911, for example, nandun ka sa Tacloban, ang sasagot po doon ay Waray. Kapag nandito ka sa Iloilo, ang sasagot ay Ilonggo or Hinigaynon. No DJ ka Ilocos, Isabela, tisumungbat ka Ilocano. Agpaiso? Totoo? Thumbs up kung totoo. Okay. And at the same time, if you're in Batak, Ilocano, in Isabela, Ibanag or Itawis or Ilocano. So, ganun po ka-advance ngayon ang pag-respond, our equipment, such that mas mabilis naiintindihan at nararamdaman ng bawat tatawag for stress call. So let's hear it out from starting from Region 6, Iloilo, Hiligaynon area, followed by Region 1, Dita Batak. Thumbs up, Batak. Dita Batak. And then followed by Region 2, Isabela, Kawayan, Isabela, and Waray area in Tacloban, Leyte.
Maayong aga, Sir Nartate, sir. Ako si Fire Inspector Mark Anthony Binigay. Nag-report halin sa Region 6 Satellite Command Center. Ma'ams and sir, yan po ang maririnig ng tao sa Western Visayas kapag tumawag sila sa 911. Hiligaynon, kaagad maintindihan. Today, we have 5 workstations and 20 trained emergency telecommunicators, fluent in Hiligaynon, Kinaraya, Tagalog, and English. We serve the 5 provinces of Western Visayas, namely Iloilo, Guimaras, Capiz, Antique, and Aklan. Since activation, we handled 38,987 calls and responded to 303 verified emergencies. And we have been operational since April 28, 2026. Ma'ams and sir, if I may share one story. On May 18, we received a medical assistance call. A 6-year-old boy struck by a motorcycle in Barangay Kalubihan, Mandurriao, Iloilo City. The caller was the mother. Naghiligaynon siya. So, our operator, naghiligaynon din. He took immediately the details, the exact location, the condition of the boy. Walang relay, walang repeat kasi hiligaynon to hiligaynon. Then, we relayed it to the Iloilo City Emergency Responder, or we call it here as ICER. Then, in just 4 minutes, they arrived at the scene. The child was treated on site and transported to the nearest hospital, which is the Iloilo Doctors Hospital. Sirs, ma'ams and sirs, isang tawag mo lang sa 911, hiligaynon to hiligaynon. Nakadispatch agad yung responde. Thank you, ma'am and sirs. Sa Iloilo Satellite Command Center, operational and standing by.
All right, thank you, Iloilo. Now we proceed to the north naman. Ilocos, come in.
Naimbak na Aldao General, sir. Daytoy ni Fire Chief Inspector Claire Simbol ag-report manipod iti Satellite Command Center Region 1, Batak City. Ganito na po ang maririnig na salita pag meron pong tumawag o mag-dial sa 911. The working station is 5 and we have 21 trained emergency telecommunicators, all fluent in Ilocano, Tagalog, English, and Pangasinense. We have served the provinces of Pangasinan, La Union, Ilocos Norte, and Ilocos Sur. Since activation, we have processed 58,122 calls and responded to 463 verified emergencies. Majority are medical assistance calls. On March 12, we received a fire assistance call in Ilocano, a farmhouse fire near a gasoline station in Batac City. Because the caller spoke directly to a local provider, we confirmed the exact location immediately. BFP was dispatched within 1 minute, arrived in 4 minutes, and the fire was contained in 12 minutes, thus preventing it from reaching the gasoline station. Kung Manila pa rin ang sumagot sa tawag na yon, malamang nag-translate pa muna bago nag-dispatch. Every minute of translation is a minute the fire is spreading. Thank you, sir. Region 1 SCC, operational and standing by.
Copy, Batak. Yan ang difference. Local operator, local language, local knowledge. Kawayan Isabela, you're next.
Kaimbag nga aldaw General ni Fire Chief Inspector Lavender Baldovino Daytoy, manipud iti Region 1 Satellite Command Center, Kawayan City, Isabela. Region 2 pala. Region 2 is one of the most linguistically diverse areas in the country. Our operators handle calls in Ilocano, Ibanag, Yogad, Gaddang, Tagalog, and English. 6 languages from 1 command center. We have 5 workstations and 44 trained telecommunicators operational since May 6 po, 2026. Covering the provinces of Isabela, Cagayan, Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, and Batanes. Since activation, we have handled 18,633 calls and responded to 230 verified emergencies. Majority are police assistance calls. Last May po, may tumawag para mag-report ng structural fire sa San Fermin, Kawayan City. Na-relay agad sa BFP. Dispatch within 1 minute. Responders arrive in 3 minutes. Fire under control by 7:25 p.m. Fire out 7:39 p.m. Walang nasaktan, walang casualties, at napigilan ang pagkalat sa mga kalapit na establishments. That's what direct sensitive operations looks like in practice. The caller speaks naturally. The operator understands immediately, and the dispatch happen without delay. Region 2 SCC operational and standing by, sir.
Yes, 6 languages in one command center. That's what regionalization means. Tacloban, are you there?
Maupay nga aga, General. Sir, inihi Fire Chief Inspector Victor C. Igbuhay, nagre-report tikang ha Region 8 Satellite Command Center, Tacloban City. Region 8 is the Eastern Visayas region. North Leyte, Western Samar, Eastern Samar, Northern Samar, Southern Leyte, and Biliran. This is the typhoon corridor of the Philippines. When disasters hit here, the calls come in Waray. Before this center, a Waray-speaking caller in distress would have reached Manila. Today, they reach us, operators who speak Waray, Cebuano, Tagalog, and English. We have 5 works stations and 21 trained telecommunicators operational since May 18. Since activation, we have handled 13,773 calls and responded to 138 verified emergencies. Again, majority are medical assistance. Last May 22, may tumawag mula Palunpon, Leyte. May pasyente na hirap sa paghinga. Responders located the patient and transport to the nearest hospital. 10 minutes from the call, our responders arrived. General, Secretary, Sir, this region knows what disaster looks like. Alam ng mga tao dito ang naranasan nila during Typhoon Yolanda. Ngayon, mayroon ng 911 Command Center dito sa Regionet. Mas mapapahandaan namin ang mga paparating na mga sakuna. Region 8 SCC, operational and standby, sir.
Copy, Tacloban. Kapag dumating ang bagyo, hindi na kailangan mag-translate. Yan ang pinaka-importante. 4 na command centers ang ini-activate natin ngayon: Iloilo, Ilocos, Isabela, and Tacloban. Kasama ang Manila at Cebu, 6 na ang buong network. CDO at Maguindanao susunod. Pero ang pinakamahalaga sa lahat ng narinig ninyo ngayon, hindi ang mga numero. Ang mahalaga ay ito: isang nanay na naghiligay nun, naintindihan agad. Isang magsasaka na Ilocano, na dispatch agad ng BFP. Isang pamilya sa Leyte na nagwaray, nakarating ang tulong. Hindi na kailangang mag-translate kapag may emergency. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng Unified 911. Now, okay, for the reporters po, dyan po tayo sa harap po ng ating mga guests. Okay, for our press conference, this will highlight operational updates, system capabilities, and insights from our responders and partners. At this point in our program, may we call on Attorney Maria Liavel Badillo Crisostomo, Assistant Secretary for Communications and External Affairs of the Department of the Interior and Local Government, to moderate the press conference. Ma.
Good morning to our friends from the media. I forgot yung good morning. Maayong aga, everyone. This morning's press conference will cover the launch and operationalization of Unified 911 satellite command centers. And to provide official updates on the matter, to represent the Secretary for the Interior and Local Government, we are joined by the PNP Chief, Police General Jose Melencio Nartates, together with General Wilberto Rico Neil A. Kwan II, Mayor Vicente P. Haen, Mayor Raisa Treñas, and Mayor Carl Vincent Mondihar. With that, to formally commence our briefing, may we now call on our Chief PNP for his opening statement.
So, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat, lalo na dito sa mga kasama ko. Sa kanan ko, ang ating Fire Chief at ang Mayor po ng ating bayan ng New Lucena at bayan ng Leganes at City of Iloilo. Magandang umaga. Indeed, this is a historic event. Especially, we have finally launched Unified 911 dito po sa satellite offices sa 4 na lugar na nakita natin kanina. In Ilocos Region, particularly Batac City, Ilocos Norte. In Region 2, particularly Kawayan, Isabela. At Eastern Visayas, dyan po sa Tacloban, Leyte. At dito po sa bayan ng Leganes, Iloilo for Region 6. Ito po ay commitment ng ating national government, lalong-lalo na ang ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. At programa na pina-intune ng maayos ng Department of Interior and Local Government na pinangunahan po ng ating butihing Sekretaryo ng Interlocal Government, Secretary Junvic Rimulya, at of course, ang mga bureau na under ng DILG. Nandiyan po ang PNP, nandiyan po ang ang PAER, nandiyan po ang local government units, lalong-lalo na sa pagresponde sa mga hospital and other public safety concerns. At napaka-importante dahil nasa kanila po galing ang resources at lalong-lalo na po ang kinakailangang guidance sa mga bureau na ito. And we are fully committed na ang responses na ito ay magagawa namin sa kahit anong oras. At we are committed para ito po ay mas mabilis, mas tapat at nararamdaman ng ating kababayan. And now we are ready to...
First question comes from Attorney Joseph Marzan of the Daily Guardian.
Hi, good morning po. Chief, paano po natin masisigurado na, kasi po yung mga municipalities po natin dito no, and Iloilo City are still within the Iloilo metropolitan area. So medyo malakas po yung signal sa kanila, kaya po nila makareach kaagad. No? How do we ensure na within the rest of the region, dito po sa Region 6, how do we ensure na same po yung mga magiging response times natin sa pagtawag ng 911 ng mga tao natin?
Inaasam-asam po natin na kung sa 1 minuto nandiyan na po ang response times. Pero ang pinaka-importante po ay ang response time. Ang response time po ay baliwala kung lalampas po ng 1 oras, 2 oras, or no response at all. Ang pinaka-importante ay sa mabilis na pagresponde. At sa mabilis na pagresponde ay pinag-aaralan po natin yan continuously. No? Continuously. Tigil kaya muna tayo para akyat kaya muna tayo. Continuously pinag-aaralan po natin yan. Like for example, on the Philippine National Police, nagprograma po tayo ng maraming motor, maraming body-worn camera, maraming radio, push-to-talk radio, at body-worn camera, 3-in-1 po yun. At mga sasakyan. Yan po ang pinoprograma natin pagkakailangan po natin ng mabilis mobility makapunta sa isang lugar. And other equipment such that protektado ang police at protektado ang mamamayan ready to respond. In the same way, ganyan din po ang ginagawa ng fire and the rest of the responders. Una yan because that is mobility. And then sumunod is communication. Merong mga lugar na tama ka, merong kang lugar na walang signal. Of course, we have several yung mga company na communication company, telco, etc. May mga lugar na hindi pinupuntahan or hindi nalalagyan. But of course, those telcos are very willing to establish their satellite offices at mga tower. It is now. Tutulungan po natin sila makapagtayo. Unang-una, in terms of peace, sisecure po natin yan. Kasi yung iba, hindi nakakapagtayo because of threat, lalong-lalo na sa local terrorist group, communist terror groups, and other threat group. At meron pa yung iba, yung nag-extort lang. Okay? Pangalawa, kung may problema sa pagpapatuyuan ng lugar, of course, tutulungan natin sila to engage the local government units, lalong-lalo na ang mga barangay. Kasi minsan, ayaw nilang magpalagay o pinapahirapan pa or may hirap yung pag-process. And name it, kung ano pang problema, ay ating susulbahin. And perhaps, pwede natin makuhanan ng ng ating LGU with regards to pag-establish ng mga company na telco. Ma'am?
Yes, Iloilo City, we're closely coordinating with the PLDT and Globe. And the other day, Converge was also there to make sure that connectivity in Iloilo, there's redundancy. No, sometimes we're saying some of the areas, wala tayong mga internet connection, wala tayong signals. So, yan yung plan na binibigay sa atin, maglalatag yung Globe, PLDT, and Converge. And to make sure na yung signal sa Iloilo City, the whole city, may malakas. No? Right now, I think Globe is doing the 5G connectivity, and also Converge was there the other day for their inputs for their upgrading of the system in Iloilo City. Thank you.
Okay, so narinig nyo. So, those are the things na sinabi mo answer to the queries that you have asked a while ago.
Follow-up.
At mga iba-ibang bagay para mapabilis natin ang serbisyo. Para maramdaman na merong fire, na merong police, at nandyan ang ating local government unit.
Aside from that, sir, no, kasi follow-up lang din doon. Kasi yung isa sa mga problem na nakikita din, na foresee din is yung response time sa rural areas. How do we make sure na kung hindi man siya same as doon sa metropolitan areas, how do we make sure na similar din yung response times na mabibigay ng mga responders natin, both from the police and the BFP?
Okay, we have to rationalize. That's why we need to increase our equipment. Alam mo, it is useless to increase the number of police every time. Number of firemen sa isang lugar, no? Yun ang tinatawag natin, kaya kumukuha tayo ng force multiplier. Ang force multiplier natin, LGU na rin at ating mga barangay, no? But that is in terms of human assets. Ang kailangan natin talaga is magbigay ng maraming equipment. And now, you're asking about time response in a different area. Talagang magkaiba yan and we need to rationalize it. May mga lugar, kung kailangan natin motor lang. That's why, Iloilo, kanina, sabi ko malungkot si Mayor at wala siyang sasakyan or kwan. Pero I deem appropriate, it is deemed appropriate na inoffer ko sa kanya. Anong inoffer natin sa kanya? Watercraft. If you're listening a while ago, watercraft ang inoffer ko and even motorcycle. While dito, kailangan nila ng 4x4 and Innova. So, yun po ang ating ano. We need to rationalize. It is a science. And if it's exact science, math, gagawin natin. But, we need to rationalize. Pagkakaiba yan. No?
Yes. Manny Alcalde of Bargadahan sa Iloilo Multimedia Services. Manny?
Good noon, no? Sa ating mga members of the panel. Actually, I was supposed to be asking about the signal and si Mayor Raisa na nasagot niya na actually. And we understand that accident areas, nandun kung minsan sa probinsya, ang dami walang signal, no? So, I just don't know if this is coordinated with an agency, national agency like checking or probably LGUs who can find areas nga walang signal and they could find a solution to that, no? Especially the mayors in the province, the different mayors in the province of Iloilo. Do you have plans for that? Na mag-coordinate po sa mga national agencies?
Sa mga plazas namin.
Mga LGUs po.
DI-City is also rolling out sa mga plazas and public areas ng Iloilo City. I think that they will also be doing that in some of the municipalities here in Iloilo. We're in closely coordinating with them with the budget. I think they already have budget for all the public areas like for Iloilo to make sure that there is connectivity in all the public areas.
Thank you, Mayor.
By the way, dialing 911 is for free. Walang bayad po yun. Baka nagtataka kayo, may bayad. It's free. Okay.
Janzin Crisostomo of XFM Iloilo. Okay na? Mon Kapalihan of RMN Iloilo. Mon?
Sige. Sir, tatanong ko na lang. Magandang umaga po ulit, Mon from RMN. Sir, concern natin po sa Bureau of Fire Protection kasi yung 911, pabilisan po ito ng respond. And the problem with the province right now, marami po tayong fire truck pa. Mga fire station na wala pang fire truck. At saka yung sa side ng procurement, sir, medyo matagal-tagal daw yung ma-download yung mga request dun sa ETAS.
It's a sad reality that for the past 35 years, there are some localities that have been deprived of the basic fire services. No? Mula ho nung itinatag ang Bureau of Fire Protection back in 1990, meron po tayo as of now na 109 localities po na wala hong fire trucks. But the present administration, under the leadership of our secretary and of course with the directions of the president, gagawan po ng pamimili ngayong taon na to na maka-angkat at maka-procure po tayo ng additional units ng mga fire trucks natin para ma-deploy na po sa mga fire station, mga localities na walang fire stations and fire truck. Rest assured po na kasama siya sa directions ng modernization ng BFP na wala na hong localities na madideprive po ng basic fire services. Bibigyan na ho sila ng fire trucks at tatayuan na po sila ng fire station within this year and the next succeeding years po.
Sir, as of now, ano po yung strategy natin para mas...
For those localities without the fire stations and the fire truck, we cluster them into the nearest fire stations. Na pag tumawag po ang itong lokalidad na to na nangailangan ng tulong ng isang bumbero, ang nearest fire stations po sa locality, naka-cluster po sila and immediately they will respond. Balikan ko lang po yung tanong doon sa sinasabi nga po kanina na kailangan po nating marespondihan ang lahat ng tawag within the ideal response time. Gaya ho ng sabi ng ating Chief PNP, meron hong science behind this one. Why we establish the ideal response time? Kasi ho, may mga golden hour na tinatawag. Pag mga mass casualty incident po, ang kailangan po na matugunan kaagad ng ating EMS ang isang aksidente within 3 to 5 minutes para may mataas pong chances of survival yung mga victims. Pagdating naman po sa sunog, within 3 to 7 minutes, kasi po yung ating flash point na sinasabi, yung flash over, na kung saan kaya pa pong isalba ng isang bumbero ang nasusunog. Kasi ho, pag dumating, nahuli na po, ay napatay nga yung apoy, wala na rin yung nasusunog na bahay. So ito pong response time na sinasabi ay within the ideal. Ang tanong ngayon, una, gusto nga nating matugunan kaagad. Ang problema, walang matatawagan. Nakatingin tayo sa malaking sunog, pero hindi natin alam anong numero ang tatawagan. Kailangan po nating i-memorya lahat ng hotline numbers ng all local government units in the country. Kung napunta ka doon, kailangan mong i-memorize ang hotline numbers ng Iloilo. Kailangan mong i-memorize ang hotline numbers ng Liganis. With this idea of having a universal hotline numbers using the 3-digit, which is national in scope, wala na ho sigurong sitwasyon ng isang nangangailangan ng tulong ay wala siyang matatawagan. So pag tumawag po sila, automatically meron hong tatanggap ng kanilang tawag in their own dialect at meron hong aasahang re-responde. From the 911 call center, i-dispatch po coming from the nearest fire and police station. Ano man yun ang kailangan yung tulong, either police, fire, the local government unit through the DRMO, ay meron na ho kayong aasahan na mayroong tutugon sa pangangailangan dahil nga po meron kayong natawagan. Ngayon, ang pakiusap po namin sa lahat, unahin po muna natin ang pagtawag. Kasi ho, nakikita po natin, pag may sunog, may mga aksidente, kailangan ng police assistance, hindi ho siya tumatawag, but rather, kinukuha niya muna ang video para mauna siya mag-upload at saka siya tatawag. Ito hong ating 911 ay nandito na po 3 numero na libre na lahat ng kind of communication gadgets na pwede niyong gamitin. I-dial niyo lang po ang 911. Meron na pong tutugon. Police, fire, DRMO ng local government units.
Thank you po, sir.
Due to time constraint, we are able to only get 2 more questions. So one would be coming from the PW sector, Ms. Leda.
Hello. Good morning po, sir. By the way, I'm a resident of Poblacion, Leganes po. So I'm a representative of persons with disability po. So can you show us po how to dial 911 if in case the caller is a deaf mute? And for seniors who are living alone, who's under a cardiac arrest, do we have paramedics or call takers that are trained to distinguish if the call went silent and it needs abrupt response?
Okay, that's a big challenge, no, for the group, especially the Unified 911. And rest assured that we are doing our best to address and or masolusyonan yan. And the technology provider could answer.
If I may, thank you, Chief. Actually, kasama po yan sa naisip ng inyong gobyerno. The National Unified 911 Program also thought of the persons with disabilities, na deaf and mute. So maybe in a few weeks from now, or maybe in a month's time, makikita nyo na ho sila through your social media. So sa Facebook, Messenger, hahanapin nyo po is Unified 911, and then masasagot at matutugunan na po kayo nila doon. No, para dun ho sa mga hindi ho nakakapagsalita o nakakarinig, pwede na ho nila i-type, picturean, ipakita ho ang kanilang mga kailangan tulong at matutugunan na ho ng ating National Command Center po yun.
Sir, gusto ko po ding dagdagan, pag tumawag po sa 911 at hindi siya makapagsalita, hindi siya nakakausap pero naka-on pa rin yung dial na. There are cases na ganun na like for example, nakadial lang siya ng 911 kahit hindi ho siya na cardiac arrest siya. Yung ating pong call takers will find ways na talagang magawa ng paraan na kung nakabukas pa rin yung phone niya, he will direct the nearest fire stations and ambulance to proceed kasi nga baka nga cardiac arrest na hindi siya makasila. There are best practices that are being done doon sa mga hindi nakapagsalita pero nakadial siya ng 911 na natugunan at natulungan din siya. Dahil nga po ang call takers natin, they are trained na habang nakabukas, ibig sabihin, baka may mga untoward incidents, hindi na siya nakapagsalita. Wala hong gastong tumawag ng isang bumbero at ambulance at sabihan, puntahan mo atong lokasyon na to, tumawag to pero hindi na namin nakausap pero nakahang pa rin ang line, nagsasalita, baka ako may cardiac arrest. Napakasimple po. Kasama po yan siya sa mga improvement na gagawin in the future pagdating po sa call taking ng ating mga bumbero at pulis.
Last question would be coming from John, GMA.
Sir, if a caller experiences delayed in response or receives no assistance at all or drop calls, what are the accountabilities or are measures in accountability for those agencies involved in that action?
Okay, ako muna sasagot. Of course, bawat isa meron.
If nagkaroon ho ng delayed sa responde, especially if it resulted to a loss of life and a damage to property, pag tumanggap po ang ating call takers ng emergency call, automatically i-dispatch po yung emergency call to the nearest responders, stations, fire or police. No? Minomonitor po nila. So pag hindi pa ho sila nakarating, kagaya ho kanina na nagkaroon ng dry run, the call takers will keep on calling. Sir, ano na hong status? Natatakbuhan nyo na ba? Sir, tumawag na ho ba yung pinadala nyo? Kung nakarating na ho ba sila? So in that way, meron ho tayong constant monitoring because we are adopting a 3 R's philosophy. No? Nung na-receive po namin ang call, nirelay po sa responders, nag-dispatch po siya at meron pong feedback mechanism na dapat meron ho siyang ibibigay na information, ano na ang status. So ibig kong sabihin, there's a little way of siguro may kunting delay, pero wala hong posibilidad na hindi marirespondehan. Unless po, kung na-determine na yung tumawag po talaga is a prank, is something na talagang wala ho. Pero kahit ho, wala, basta niresponde at tumawag, kinukuha ho namin yung feedback nung nagresponde. At the same time, yung caller po, tinatawagan ng ating call takers, ma'am, nakarating na ho ba ang fire truck? Nakarating na ba ang ambulance? Nakarating na ba ang police? Pag hindi pa ho, tatawagan ulit ang police station, ang fire stations. Hindi pa daw nakarating, kindly monitor kung saan ang location. In that way po, at peace po yung tumawag na meron ho talagang darating na responders.
Okay. Any...
To add up, basically the answer to that is any call for 911 is documented. Okay? Who is the caller? Where is the location of the caller? Sino ang tinawagan? What time? Etc. And soon, meron na rin tayong and the responders we are on track of the responders. Katulad niyan, sinabi, pinapollow up. And we can even call. Pagka dumating na yung 17,000 na pinuprocure natin na body-worn camera, no? At pwedeng buksan yon real time. through the system at yung mga equipment nakikita. And if all those things fails because of negligence, then we have sanction and or procedure in punishing negligently kung sino yung negligent.
We can add to that, sir, no? Ang directions po ni BFP ngayon, lalagyan na ho ng lahat ho ng aming fire trucks, ambulance, lalagyan na ho ng monitoring chips para ho pagka tumakbo po siya ay nakikita yung whereabouts niya. Dito mismo sa call center, tumatakbo yung response truck natin, nakikita na natin kung ilan at kung saan na siya banda.
Follow up lang po, sir. Mai from Panay News. We've heard the accountability of the concerned agencies. How about po the prank callers? How will we regulate them? And is there any like first offense, second offense, or third offense for them?
Yung mga prank calls po ay recorded 3 times na monitor, na determine yung same numbers na nagpa-prank calls, automatic po naka-block siya. Gaya nga nung sabi, kung naka-block na siya at kung saan kailan ng emergency, hindi na tuloy siya makapasok. Next is, we will submit this report to the NTC para yung kanya po talagang mismong line ay totally po mabablock na po siya. And if there's a possibility to file charges sa taong ito, because you know, every prank calls will deprive a true emergency call. Dahil nga ho, hindi mas siya makapasok dahil pumasok kayo kung saan totoo na yung emergency. It will possibly lost a life, a property, on an accident. Dahil nga po, ang prank calls na pumapasok, yung true emergency hindi na po makakapasok.
With that, we want to thank everyone here for